I'm engaged. Check it out. We're gonna talk about my engagement story. I'll give you guys a ring tour later. Or you can go to my TikTok or my Instagram. Videos by Veronica on Instagram. I slept weird on my neck last night and I actually can't move. So if you see me wincing or crying out in pain, it's probably because my neck is broken. Okay, let's do some background about my boyfriend. So me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years. My engagement happened on June 8th, 2025, one day before our 2-year anniversary actually. I am too observant for my own good, and that is a blessing and a curse because he couldn't get away with anything. I knew this proposal was coming at some point because of my FBI agent skills. Also, I'm going off of natural lighting, so if the lighting changes any time throughout this video, that's not my problem. I kind of had guesses of when he was gonna do it. I thought he was either gonna do it on our anniversary or he was gonna do it on a trip that we're going to in August. Apparently, my friends asked me if I have any guesses on when he's gonna do it, and I said exactly that. And they were actually secret spies and they told him not to do it on the days because I would have seen it coming. I'm glad they did. I did not see it coming this day specifically. He pretty much told me like a week in advance that his mom's relatives were coming into town. They want to go on like a nice dinner, keep this day open and dress nice and all that. I didn't really think anything of it because like it's not the first time me and his family have gone out to dinner. I woke up the day of and I was just like, I don't know what dress to wear. I don't really want to think about it. Can you just tell me what dress to wear? So in our engagement pictures, he actually picked out the dress. I never wear that dress, which is so funny. I forgot I had it and he was like, oh, wear this dress. I like this one. Why am I out of breath? Am I fat or something? Is that bad to say? Is that offensive to you fatties? I'm sorry to all the fatties out there. I didn't mean to. Anyway, so I put on the dress, whatever. I'm driving over there. I get to his house. He was just giving me a tour of like their new porch that they built. So I was like, oh, cute. Like we can have movie nights out here. Love this. Nothing was out of the ordinary. The moment where even thought of a proposal happened was when his silly little cousin, you know who you are, texted him and said, did you do it yet? Immediately I was like, what are you doing today that he asked you that? I wonder. But I also wasn't 100% sure. But of course, right after I saw the text, I went and brushed my hair. I saw the text and I was kind of onto him a little bit. My stomach dropped because I was not at all prepared at all. I didn't tell him that I saw that text. I kind of start prying a little bit. So we were on our way to the restaurant and I sit in the car and I like am looking at him, looking at his pockets to see if there's like a ring box shape in there. Didn't see anything. So I kind of was just like, okay, maybe his cousin is talking about something else. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like overthinking this. We're sitting in the car and I'm just kind of like, oh, what restaurant are we going to? And he was like, oh, I don't know. My mom sent me an address. I need to look at it. And I was like, check the address. I want to know. And then I look over at his phone and he's typing into maps Uzbek restaurant. And I was like, okay. And I kind of let my guard down after that, which is a good move on his part. I don't even know how he like thought to do that. But anyway, so we start driving and I'm just like talking, I'm like yapping to him. At this point, I kind of know the roads in his area. They weren't anywhere that I knew or recognized at one point. So I was like, where are we right now? And he was like, oh, I'm trying to get onto this highway. Like I'm taking back roads to get onto this highway because I missed a turn. Because I also like saw a highway in the distance. So I was like, oh, he's trying to get there. Okay, that makes sense. So we're driving, and he turns into this farm looking thing and it said no trespassing private property. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking, is he like turning around here? Why is he going into a private property? And I'm like telling him, I was like, Misha, that's his name, Misha, don't go here. It's a private property. Like we're not allowed to be here. And I'm like yapping, thinking that I know everything, which I do tend to do sometimes. And he like keeps driving. Don't judge me. We pulled into this like private property area and I'm like, girl, you gotta turn around. Like, we're not allowed to go this way. I like look over at him and he looks mischievous. I like look over at his phone. I told him a while back that I really like this photographer and he's texting her. I immediately knew. I was like, he's proposing today. I'm like crying at this point. I'm sobbing. I'm a crier, you know? He's like laughing at me because I'm like crying, but I'm also smiling and I'm also talking, but I can't talk because I'm crying. So like I'm a mess at this point. He rented out like a wedding venue. It was like this historical building. We like park and I'm sitting in the car crying and I'm like, no, I can't. I'm scared because I know what's about to happen. Obviously I'm excited, but I'm also like, my stomach is a pit at this point and I'm like so nervous and so surprised and like so many emotions are going through my head. He's like, come on, like, let's go. We get out of the car and he like holds my hand and he like leads me into this historical mansion. This lady greets us as if we like live there. She's like, welcome. And basically we walk through the mansion and there is a back door. So I couldn't see what was out there, so I'm like, what am I about to open up to? He opens the door and I'll put pictures up on here. The pictures were amazing. Dasha's Films took them. Go check her out on Instagram. He opens the door and like, it's the prettiest view ever. There's like a river and then there was no pictures of the bridge, but on the left there was like a super pretty bridge and then like it's just like green hills. Literally was like still crying at this point. I was crying this whole time. And I see Dasha, the photographer. She's like my friend, so I didn't know if I was supposed to wave to her or what. Like, I'm like trying to hide my face from the camera because I was literally crying. And we're walking down this like path. I literally blacked out after that. Like, I remember him getting on his knee. He was saying things. I remember him saying like, I love you, like, will you marry me? All this stuff. And he like opens, the one thing that like snapped me out of my crying is that he opened the ring box upside down. So I started laughing so hard. That definitely made everything so much more special just because like it represents our relationship so much. And he like opens the ring box upside down and I'm like laughing at him and he's laughing and I'm just like, yes, like of course. And then he like puts the ring on and it fit perfectly. Like the ring was perfect. It was so much more than I could have imagined. And then we like sat there at the picnic and he got like sushi because sushi is one of my favorite foods, but I couldn't eat it because I was just so shocked. I had zero appetite at all. He had iced tea because iced tea is my favorite drink too, and he had the prettiest bouquet out of tulips. It was literally gorgeous. We were both shocked, like we both didn't know how to act. Like, how do people act after getting engaged? I never thought about this stuff beforehand, but like you go through so many emotions and then you just sit down. My head could not wrap around what on earth. Like that whole day I was shocked, to be honest. I didn't know how to act or what to say. I was obsessed the whole day. Like, he exceeded my expectations times 50. And honestly, if it wasn't for that text from his cousin, I probably wouldn't have known. That's literally basically it. It was the best day ever. Yeah, I'm engaged. It's actually a month ago today. Wow. That's my engagement story. I would love to do like bridal content now because I'm kind of like starting to plan everything. Thank you for listening to my engagement story. I loved chatting with you guys today. Love you all. Love you, Misha. Can't wait to marry you.